This is my beloved Mark V Ford Escort, and although I've just finished fully respraying the car, there's something that I've been hiding from the videos. And here it is, a pretty bad oil leak coming from the rocker cover. Now it's been like this for well over a year now, and today we're going to sort it. And here's what we're going to be using to fix it. So I've got a brand new rocker cover gasket, oil filter, and then some brand new oil. So we're pretty much doing a little service as well as fixing the gasket. Spark plugs were done not that long ago, so they should be okay. So apart from that, we're pretty much doing a full service as well. But I'm just hoping that this gasket sorts out the leak as well, because that would be brilliant if it does. So first things first, let's get the car jacked up and get the old oil out of it. I think it's going to be pretty black. And we are jacked up. That should be enough to get under. I've crawled under and it feels like enough room. Jacked up on this side as well. So I can crawl under here quite comfortably, and if you look there, that is the sump plug there, and then the oil filter is just there. So let's start by draining this old oil out. Right, I've got my certified safety catch tank there. It's just a wee 13mm bolt, so let's get it out. Wow, somebody's put that on quite tight. Jesus. Right, we're going to try and get this quite clean. Yes! Oh no, I never got it clean. I missed it completely. Right, that is the sump plug out. Let's just let that drain for a bit. While the last little drips and drabs of oil come out of the sump, we need to get on with the next job, which is taking off the old oil filter. So let's do this. Right, so we're just putting the sump plug bolt back in, because that's mostly all of that old oil drained out of there. If we get this tightened up, then that means that we can take the oil filter off. That'll do, donkey, that'll do. Sorted. I've been trying to faff about with the oil filter for about 15 minutes now, just the same as when I done the Fiesta. What a faff that is. I've got it loosened though, so I just need to hand loosen it off and then we can get the new one on, finally. There we have it. And there is the old filter compared to the new filter, and there is the old oil. Look at that, man, that's minging. But we're going to take a little bit of the old oil, put it around the lip of this, and then put it back on. And there we have it, that's me getting the new one on. Nice and fresh Bosch one. Bosch! And these just get hand tightened. These don't need tightened crazily, so that they come off a bit easier the next time you take it off, unlike that one that I just took off there. So there's a new oil filter, and then we've got the sump plug back in as well, so I'm going to give this a little brake clean back here, just so that we're able to check if there's any new leaks for the new oil. But before putting any new oil into the car, I had to remove that old rocker cover gasket, and the first job to get that done was to remove the 3 star headed screws to take the air filter off. There's the first one, second one, and the third one. I could then pull the airbox up and move it out the way. This is just to allow me enough wiggle room to get that rocker cover off. And after removing the 4 10mm bolts, the rocker cover came straight off. And there we have the rocker cover off. Look how minging that is in there. And look at the old perished. Look at that, that is just 40 bits. That is the old gasket compared to the new one that we've got there. That's coming off in pieces as well, so that's how old that is. Definitely needed replaced. So I'll take the old gasket off, clean in here, and then we'll get the new gasket on. And after about 15 minutes and 4 microfiber cloths, this is how we've got the rocker cover looking. It's obviously not amazing, but round where the gasket sits, it's pretty clean. Now, the rocker cover could definitely do with a fresh coat of paint, but you know, we can sort that easy enough, so I'll probably do that in the future. But for now, let's get the gasket on this. Because the gasket's made out of cork, I gave it a little coat of oil before fitting it up to the rocker cover. And unfortunately, while I was lining up the rocker cover, my GoPro died, so I didn't get that on film. But here's me putting in the bolts for the rocker cover anyway. we could now refit the air filter. Solid. And now it's time for the last piece of the puzzle, some new oil. We've got 5W30 here. I'm going to start by putting 2.5 litres in because I'm not sure how much this engine takes. I can't find anything anywhere to see how much it takes. So we're just going to go by the little measure on the back and then put some in, let it sit, check the dipstick, and then so on and so forth until we get it pretty much bang on. Look at that, golden. So I've put a little bit of oil in, I've let it sit for a little bit, so we'll check where it's at on the dipstick, if it's even touching it. Tiny bit, there it's there. Literally like there, so we've got to go up to there, so let's get a bit more in here. And then we'll check it again. Right, I'm topping up the oil and I'm trying to check it, but I've still got the car jacked up in the air, so that's not going to be a very good measure, is it? So we'll get the car back on the ground. I'll get the other one. Right, sort of level now, so we'll check it now. See where we're at. I think that is pretty much bang on, look at that. That's where it's sitting. There's the mark. Let's go. That should be it. So, now that's like that, I'll maybe do one more check and then we'll run the car up to temperature and see if we get any leaks in it then. But fingers crossed we don't, and hopefully the new gasket holds. So there we have it, that is the new oil in the car. I can't believe how bang on we were able to get it without knowing actually how much you're supposed to put in. But for now, let's run the car up to temperature and see if we get any leaks. Well, it starts anyway, which is a good sign. Okay, so it's running anyway. No leaks so far. We'll let it heat up and then check again. Well guys, the Escort is still running and it has been for about 10 minutes now. So it should be up to temperature, or at least a decent temperature. And it's now been a few days since we've done the job on the Escort. We've had no leaks, no issues with running the car or anything. It's running beautifully. I think what this video shows is that you guys can do this as well. I'm not a mechanic, I paint cars. I've only got a little bit of mechanical experience for trying it myself and help from my dad and stuff. Plus this whole job probably cost me about £55 to do, so it's well worth it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy. Please like this video, comment down below and subscribe to the channel if you're new or you're watching my videos and you're not subscribed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.